Let's get right into it. Number 9. Cover your mouth with hands. Your first instinct when you feel a sneeze coming? Slap those hands right over your face. But this common sense move is about as helpful as using a fork to drink soup. Your hands are basically public transportation for germs. When you cover your mouth with them, those tiny droplets just hop on for a free ride. Then those same hands touch doorknobs, elevator buttons, or your phone. Scientists have tracked how these droplets spread through offices and public spaces. One sneeze covered by hands can turn an entire elevator into a petri dish. A single sneeze can launch thousands of tiny droplets into the air. These aren't just any droplets. They're like tiny biological ninjas, ready to spread chaos wherever they land. The real kicker? Your hands are terrible at catching these sneeze droplets. They slip right through your fingers, quite literally. The solution? Use your elbow instead. Your elbow isn't going to be shaking hands or tapping on screens later. Or keep tissues handy. They're like tiny germ prisons. Use them once, throw them away, and those germs are headed to trash jail. Number 8. Peroxide for wounds. Remember when your mom would pour that bubbly stuff on your cuts and scrapes? The fizzing made it look like it was doing something amazing, like a tiny science experiment happening right on your knee. But those satisfying bubbles are actually destroying your healthy cells. It's like sending a wrecking ball to knock down one bad building but taking out the whole neighborhood instead. The peroxide doesn't just kill the bad bacteria. It also murders all the good cells that are trying to help you heal. Those bubbles are literally ripping apart the cells that are trying to repair your wound. Scientists have found that wounds treated with peroxide often end up bigger and take longer to heal. Your body's natural healing process gets delayed because now it has to replace all those helpful cells that got wiped out. It's basically creating more work for your body instead of helping it. And that burning sensation? That's not the feeling of, it's working. That's the feeling of your healthy tissue getting fried. Here's what you should do instead. Just use plain old water. Rinse the wound under running water for a few minutes. If it's really dirty, use some mild soap, then pat it dry and put on a bandage. Number 7. Microwave nutrient nuke. Everyone's got that friend who looks at you in horror when you heat up your veggies in the microwave. You're killing all the nutrients, they gasp. Well, turns out this common sense advice is about as accurate as a blindfolded archer. Microwaving actually preserves nutrients better than most cooking methods. When you boil vegetables, all those good vitamins leak out into the water, which you then pour down the drain. It's like taking your nutrients for a swim and then flushing them away. But microwaves heat food super fast by making water molecules dance. Less cooking time means less time for nutrients to break down. Take broccoli, for example. Microwave it with just a tiny bit of water, and it keeps more of its cancer-fighting compounds than if you boiled it. It's basically steaming from the inside out. The quick zap actually keeps more vitamin C and other good stuff intact than traditional cooking. Scientists have done the research, and guess what? That broccoli you nuked is healthier than the boiled version. Some studies even show that microwaving can make certain nutrients easier for your body to absorb. Your microwave isn't assassinating vitamins. It's more like a getaway driver helping them escape destruction. Number 6. Spicy food ulcer scare. For years, everyone warned you about spicy food causing ulcers. Put down that hot sauce, they'd say, unless you want holes in your stomach. Well, turns out this common sense advice is completely wrong. Scientists discovered something wild. Spicy food isn't the bad guy at all. The real culprits? A sneaky bacteria called H. pylori and certain pain medications. Think of your stomach as a medieval castle with really thick walls. That bacteria is like a tiny army that sneaks in and starts weakening the walls from the inside. And those pain meds? They're like a confused builder who accidentally starts tearing down the castle instead of fixing it. But here's where it gets interesting. That spicy kick from peppers might actually help protect your stomach. Capsaicin, the stuff that makes peppers hot, can trigger your stomach's defense systems. It's like having a spicy security guard for your gut. Now, if you already have an ulcer, spicy food can make it feel worse. It's like poking a bruise. The bruise wasn't caused by poking, but maybe don't poke it? Look at countries where people eat super spicy food every day. If spicy food caused ulcers, these places would be ulcer capitals of the world, but they're not. Number 5. The 8-hour sleep lie. This whole 8-hour or bust thing started during the Industrial Revolution. Factory owners needed workers to show up at the same time every day, so they divided the day into neat little chunks. 8 hours work, 8 hours sleep, 8 hours free time. It had nothing to do with biology. It was just convenient for running factories. Before alarm clocks and factory whistles, People slept totally differently. Some cultures took 2 shorter naps instead of 1 long sleep. Others would sleep when they felt tired and wake up naturally. Your body actually works on 90-minute sleep cycles. Some people need 4 cycles, which is 6 hours. Others need 6 cycles, which is 9 hours. It's like shoe sizes. One size definitely does not fit all. There's even a group of people called natural short sleepers who function perfectly fine on 5 to 6 hours. These folks aren't zombies stumbling around. They're completely normal, healthy people. Forcing yourself to stay in bed for exactly 8 hours when your body's done sleeping can actually make you more tired. It's like trying to eat more food when you're already full. Your body has its own internal alarm clock, and it's way smarter than any sleep tracker app. Some days you might need more sleep, other days less. The real trick is paying attention to how you feel, not what some random number tells you. Obsessing over getting exactly 8 hours can actually make your sleep worse. The more you stress about it, the harder it gets to drift off. Number 4. Dog saliva healing. Everyone's heard that old saying about how a dog's mouth is cleaner than a human's. Well, turns out that's about as accurate as saying sharks are just misunderstood dolphins. Dog saliva does contain some fancy proteins that can kill certain bacteria, but that's like saying there's a drop of medicine in a bucket of toxic waste. When your furry friend isn't licking your wounds, they're probably licking other things. Things like their own behind, dead animals in the yard, or that mysterious substance they found under the porch. All those lovely bacteria then get a first-class ticket straight into your open wound. Scientists have found some pretty nasty bugs in dog saliva that can turn a tiny cut into a medical emergency. Some people have ended up in the hospital because they trusted this old wives' tale. Imagine explaining to the doctor that you let Fluffy give medical care. That's like hiring a squirrel to do your taxes. Instead of letting your dog play doctor, maybe just use regular antiseptic and a bandage. Your immune system will thank you later. Number 3. Bird bread feeding. You're at the park tossing bread to ducks and pigeons, but you might actually be the villain in this story. Feeding bread to birds is secretly terrible for them. Bread for birds is like living on nothing but cotton candy. It fills their belly, but it's basically empty calories with zero nutrition. Birds start skipping their natural food because why hunt for seeds when humans will provide a bread buffet? When young birds eat too much bread, they can develop angel wing. Despite the cute name, it's a nasty deformity that stops them from flying properly. Imagine giving a kid so much junk food their arms stop working. Imagine being a bird that can't fly. That's like being a fish that can't swim. Uneaten bread rots in the water, creating toxic algae blooms that can kill fish. The water gets so nasty that even fish start having trouble breathing. The bread attracts too many birds to one spot, turning your peaceful park into an avian mosh pit. Those extra bird droppings basically turn the local pond into a toilet. Want to actually help? Grab some peas, seeds, or lettuce instead. Your local ducks might look disappointed at first, but their wings will thank you later. Number 2. Penny on tracks. Putting a penny on train tracks might seem like harmless fun, but it's actually incredibly dangerous. First off, it's super illegal, like federal crime illegal. The real danger isn't to the train, it's to you. Trains are way quieter and faster than most people realize. They can sneak up on you before you even know what's happening. These massive machines create a slipstream, a powerful wind effect that can actually suck you under the train if you're too close. A typical freight train weighs around 12 million pounds. Your penny? About 2.5 grams. The train won't even notice your penny. It's like an elephant stepping on an ant, but the train will notice you hanging around the tracks. People often get hurt trying to grab their flattened pennies before another train comes. And that penny? It doesn't just get squished into a cool souvenir. It becomes a tiny copper missile that can shoot out at speeds fast enough to hurt someone. So next time someone suggests this fun activity, remember, saving a penny isn't worth risking your freedom. Or worse. Number 1. The brain growth myth. Your brain isn't some frozen block of ice that's done developing. It's more like a city that's constantly under construction. Old buildings get torn down, new ones go up, and the whole layout keeps changing. Scientists discovered something wild. Our brains keep making new cells throughout our entire lives. It's called neurogenesis, and it happens especially in areas that handle memory and emotions. Think of your brain like a garden that's always growing new flowers while pruning away the dead ones. When you learn something new, your brain literally rewires itself. It builds new connections between cells, like adding new roads in that city. Different parts of your brain mature at different speeds. The part that handles decision-making isn't fully built until your mid-20s. That's why teenagers sometimes make choices that make adults facepalm. The more you challenge yourself, the more your brain grows. Learning a new language? Your brain's building new neighborhoods. Picking up an instrument? That's like adding a whole new district. The real trick is keeping your brain busy with new challenges, because unlike that smartphone that stops getting updates, your brain's app store never closes. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.